So the biggest difference, what I first had in mind was always form follows function. If you look at the 718 GTS 4.0 bumper, the lines are really elegant. It has a very elegant wing, and also all of these curvature is pretty spot on. But what I didn't like was that the car wasn't screaming performance. It had a very elegant look versus a performance look. And since the 718 is discontinued, we decided to make a facelift that is more catered towards performance. And how do we achieve that? How do we make this elegant bumper into a more motorsport DTM type of bumper? The answer was pretty simple. When we first took off the bumper, we noticed that there was a huge side radiator. It almost looked like a square. And also in the center, there was a big radiator. So we wanted to really keep that functionality and actually suck in more air for cooling. And actually, if I take this duct out, you can notice that this is a 3D printed piece. And look inside here, there's so much cooling that needs to be covered. So we really opened it up to make it a little bit of a square, kind of like a GT2 RS style. So that was kind of like the initial theme, what I had in mind. And also, the car design is really different. You have to really approach cars in a different way. For example, JDM, Japanese or Korean cars, they're more aggressive, they're more loud, but Porsche is a completely different animal. It's because the car has been around for 70 years. And if you notice from the car 70 years ago to now, it hasn't changed much. And they were keeping all that heritage to evolve. And when you're designing a car like that, you don't want to change everything. You want to keep the heritage. You want to look at the cars like GT2 RS. You want to look at the cars like GT4 RS because they have such a significant history in the racing scene. So the theme for this was to keep the function and keep the feeling of the GT2 RS, but have a very different interpretation on the whole bumper. So that was our theme. And let's go into a little bit more details in clay modeling. Now, people think Porsche, a design like this, oh, simple, just some squares and some round overhang. But I kid you not, clay modeling, Porsche is the hardest maker, automotive brand to do clay modeling. And the reason is because simple surfacing require way more attention. It requires way more refinement. For example, a surface like this, you don't want to make it flat. You want to keep some volume. You want to get a nice lead in towards the radius, and you want this radius to run all the way to the side, and you want this to disappear. And also this positive volume, you don't want it to disappear. So I made this positive volume go all the way around, which actually meets up with this positive volume. And then when there's two positive volumes, you want to make a nice transition of a negative volume. So this area, there's a whole universe in how to refine this. There's positive, negative, and you want to make that as natural as possible. And these kind of refinements take time. It doesn't just come out overnight. So we had to stay in this humid Korea, endless nights, trying to refine all these surfaces to make it perfect, just like what a 718 Cayman deserves. So I'm pretty happy with the result. And also, one of the key factors that I want to mention is we added this fin. Of course, people just, when they immediately look at the side fins, yeah, it looks cool, yeah, it's very motorsport, but there's a really important science behind it. What happens is that there's always a reason for a side fin. So if you look at the aerodynamics, one of the most drag making areas, or there's a lot of turbulence, are front of the wheel and the rear of the wheel, because the air cannot circulate anywhere. So there's a lot of drag, a lot of turbulence, which creates a lot of drag. So the function of this fin is to actually get the air, hit the chamfer, go out. And then I didn't model it here because we were gonna do it in the data, but I did some sketch. We're gonna create a little hole on the fin. And the purpose of that is that the air flows here, and then the high pressure air comes from inside, which sucks out from that hole, creating a high pressure air and a faster flowing air. It actually takes this air together and pushes out this way. What that means is that it's creating a cleaner airflow in front of the tires. And I think that's a very big aerodynamic advantages, because you're not creating a loophole of turbulence, but you're sucking that air out with the high pressure air. Really excited for this. It's not gonna be just a cool looking feature, but we're gonna also work with the engineers to see how we can really suck the air out as much as possible. Another feature that we have is this duct. This is 3D printed. It's very premature for now, but we are going to try to integrate this as much as possible. So you can see that it fits right in here. We're gonna integrate it with this theme as much as possible. Of course, there's a turn signal that goes under that we have to figure out in the engineering form. And also we have to create some fins for the air to flow naturally in there. So these are kind of the next steps. Also, we are definitely gonna work on the fender and the hood. That wing right now is a placeholder, but it looks pretty cool, by the way. But we are going to develop a wing specially designed for the 718 Cayman, which has a pretty good, which we are shooting for a really good balance with the front lip and the wing. So that's the goal. And then we're gonna show you what we do with the 3D scanning to get these clay modeling into an XYZ data and then start working from there. And all of these details, everything is gonna shine once we start modeling in 3D, and stay tuned for the final result.